pretty decently fun skirmishing game. Sure, one team a little bit more cooldown reliant, but they have so many that they should be able to layer them decently. And I like what they were mentioning. Lodine kind of has the pick of the litter. He can choose pretty much anything that he steals from in this game. It can be very good. Yeah, a lot of different potential for this 5-position Rubik. But yeah, very interesting one. The sniper as well too, something that's been coming up across multiple regions, even as we saw in the first 2 picks. I'm going to be looking mostly at mid. I want to see how this ends up going, because as Waga was saying, this can be a very hard matchup for Puck. Puck has like, below 2 armor. You're at 1.2 when you start. Yeah. The peeping of Sniper, it really starts to add up. It does get to be a bit of a difficult lane. So, I'm a little worried maybe if the ball starts rolling against into the breach that, their lanes could suffer, because they do look like they could have some weakness in them. A Pango off lane, traditionally not the strongest off laner. Puck mid versus Sniper, as we just mentioned, and then TB versus Underlord. You can see the counter picking that DGG went for this game. So we'll see if that counter picking does end up working out for them.
Okay. I know you were saying earlier as well, Lodine is lovely Rubik game?
Lovely Rubik game. I mean, good versus Puck, the instant stable, everything you steal is good. Pango, amazing. Pretty much everything you steal is great. Black Hole, Snapfire, everything's good, right?
Yep.
So yeah, let's see how it goes. Because I also think like this top lane could be a bit of a disaster too. It could get very difficult, even though it might be, Rubik, which isn't the traditional strongest 5 position. Pango and Pango is just not a strong laner, as we've seen multiple times. We see a lot of teams still do it, putting in this off lane, but it can suffer, especially into a counter pick of Bloodseeker. They really did emphasize the counter picks on DGG.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, the bottom lane as well. As I say, they're gonna have the way to put the pressure onto the Terrorblade early.
And Enigma can't offset the pressure. Well, Enigma can offset the pressure in a different type of way, right? Where you're denying and eventually once you're able to build up your Eidolons, but they're good at killing Eidolons down here. You've got Dawnbreaker, probably one of the best 4 positions to kill it, and then you have Underlord who can just get bonus damage too.
MTD.
So. Yeah, this matchup is
shooting the puck.
This matchup is brutal. It gets pretty bad pretty quickly too.
Let's see how well Supreme's able to deal with it.
I've seen so many times these pucks just, you can't really even last hit versus the Sniper, and I didn't expect like a double wave to be coming under the puck. Usually you see the pucks try to force the wave so that this doesn't happen, but yeah, MTD will have a very nice time being able to get some extra denies. I do like the approach DGG went for, but yeah, we'll see how these lanes end up if they are actually able to punish the bit of greed that Into the Breach has gone for.
Yeah, and of course, top lane.
32 on the Rubik. Lodine, he got a D-ward at the start of the game, so he is level 2 before anybody else on those side lanes.
Gotta watch out for that combo. It's a lot of damage, and especially if heroes start getting low in the other lanes. Pleb, they're more than happy to run down and look to chase for kills in that top setup.
I mean, that's a really good point too, right? Like when you look, the Sniper already peeping Puck constantly bottom, you'll see some pressure coming out. They're gonna get low, so. I already mentioned how it could be a tough lane for the Pango. Might be harder than I even imagined, actually.
It's getting forced right back out of the lane. I mean, you can see it in the CS. Look, what Pleb, 9 for 3. You've only got 2 last hits on the Pango so far.
They'll have to come back. Look, their lanes are just weaker. They'll have to come back through their ultimates.
And
they
this
have
is something they would have expected
Pango,
in the drafts, right? When they were
I would imagine so.
They knew that they were going to have a tough time from the start.
Yeah, maybe not this tough of one. I don't know if they thought the Puck was going to do this bad, but this is extremely one-sided. I mean, MTD is just dominating him. So all 3 lanes looks like it's going to be going into the favor of DGG.
Yeah, it is. It really is. Look at that CS.
We'll see how they recover. Already tons of regen having to be used in the top lane, as we mentioned, for the Pango. Has to bring an extra salve. They have a Headdress to offset some of the damage, but definitely not all of it. And yeah, loading that early D-ward, it does matter, right? Like hitting level 2 on Rubik, and nobody else was level 2 in the lanes. Now he's going to be 3 before they hit 3 as well. Yeah, Enigma's already starting to jungle.
Yeah, I mean, there's only so much you can do to help out the lane, right? And as you say, at this point, it's probably just better to try and get the TB some solo XP.
Yeah, it's a free farm lane for the Underlord, and if TB steps up, it's a ton of pressure. And yeah, look, he's doubling up, not 10 denies as well. And every time TB steps up, like it's an overwhelming amount of magic damage.
And he's out of regen as well. Has Kadara got any on him?
He's got a salve.
He's still got a salve and a tango.
Pretty limited still.
And top lane, they're getting close to being able to dive towers.
Yeah, this will definitely be an issue. But as we mentioned, lots of ults on their side that could get them like the early team fights going their way, but they have to be able to come out of lanes with something, or this could be a pretty disastrous start into the mid game. I mean, mid is just the biggest disparity I've seen in a long time. He's level 4.5, and Sniper's like 5 and change and has another wave coming under him.
MTD's having a great time. Yeah. He's got those early stat items, of course, the third Wraith Band coming out. So he's more than happy to right-click you if you step up.
And he can go for the, you know, mixed damage builds if he wants to go for like this Maelstrom type of build to be able to deal with TB if he wants to be that one. And the Bloodseeker can do the same, so they do have tools to be able to deal with that high armor. Ari, he looks to be going down.
Probably dead here. Yeah, that's going to be first blood for loading.
And Jibbit now probably going to get pushed away for the most part. Look how much regen. They've had to spend so much on consumables up here already. Even the raindrop to try to survive, which does not actually protect you versus Bloodseeker, of course. This will be a rough start.
I guess sort of on the plus side for Into the Breach, you know, even with sort of DGG's cores getting a lot of farm early, it's not like a lot of these cores are going to be moving around the map much, right, are they? I mean, is this Sniper going to be ganking, or is he going to be just continue to farm this sort of area around mid for quite some time? Like, how much movement will we get from them?
I mean, I could see him actually being able to set up for ganks. I mean, most of the time you don't see the Assassinate. As we see top, they're actually getting aggressive pretty decently onto Lodin. But Bloodright will push them away. I actually could see him gank. I could see even worlds where he gets Assassinate and you go to the TB's lane. And Assassinate is actually an overwhelming amount of damage now. Usually it's like the carry, you know, you don't want to get it, use even stats a lot of time picked up before it, but I could see him getting these rotations and it being successful as well.
Oh, top.
What?
He does step back up. Oh, yeah, indeed. He's kind of baiting around with them.
They're actually not buying any regen up here. They should bring some regen on DGG. Because they are seeing, you know, we're seeing the Pango catch up slightly, but still 3-lane dominance for DGG. Puck having to go to base. We'll see the approach that MTD does. I mean, right now it still continues to just be the Wraith Bands and buying a raindrop to protect himself. I don't know how they move to gank the Sniper either. It's not very easy. The Snapfire is probably going to have to be the one that does it, or even the Pango when he hits 6, but it's going to take time for him to get that because of the pressure from top.
Tower is under attack.
Yeah, I mean, and Sniper as well, one of those heroes, especially with the farm that MTD's got earlier, is if you don't burst him, he's just going to stand his ground and take you out. You know,
he'll kill you in no time.
He'll just kill you, indeed, if you don't kill him off the back of the initial dive.
Hey, Max headshot already, like 0-4-3. So yeah, he'll turn and kill the squishy supports in particular in no time. Tucker.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
It's just very hard for Into the Breach to try to get any sort of kills in their lanes.
Very passive lineup until they do hit 6. But TB's doing decent. That's the one, I guess, the one positive thing that you can see right now for them. And they aren't giving up too many kills in the lanes since they were counterpicked super hard, especially up top. Not the worst of starts. And Supreme is starting to get some type of catch-up.
Yeah, he's
and maybe even making a move. The meta is ended, though, so it might be a little hard for them to get the kill unless they're low bottom, which they are. Onmi is actually sitting at 300 HP, so if Supreme does make the move, it'll be an easy grab. But he's playing careful. And now, good stun.
Yeah, he wants to get down as Supreme.
He might be able to get both of them.
Yeah, this is looking like a good setup.
Can he get him? He can.
He's got them over the coil. Under the tower, and indeed they've got the burst to take down enemy. TP comes in from MTD.
Oh, the damage. Look at it. Ooh, he's going to be okay.
He's going to be fine. He's able to jump out in time before MTG could get the last few shots in. So a successful move there. Gets them the kill, and they won't lose anyone.
Shibit top, though. He's ruptured. Definitely going down. Oh, he's going to be a problem for the Pango, of course. That's why they went for that counter pick for the Bloodseeker. And in the meanwhile, Ari, he took mid. So a good rotation from the puck to at least try to salvage
Dire are scanning
the difficult lanes that they've been set up with.
Dire's middle tower
MTD, yeah, he's got sort of that full early build done now. The triple Wraith Band and the treads on its way out. See if they can get something done.
Supremo, he's also stacking his small camp, so he's actually doing a good job of almost keeping up with the farm. I mean, not really almost. He's still 700 behind, but you know, he's doing his best efforts to be able to offset that disparity while also putting pressure. And he has a haste rune. He did get the power rune, so the next gank on the side lanes could end up being a bit unexpected, at least for DGG, because of that haste puck. Yeah, Yeah, it's so easy. Like, it's so easy for them to set up these kills. And Rupture's going to be back up again, so... Mango does have to be
Supreme wants to head up here. Okay, no, he's going to grab the bounty.
But he might still be able to make a move with the haste.
Some time left on the haste.
We'll see.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Bottom. Instead, they're going to set up onto Own Me. This should be a pretty easy
he's
kill.
pretty deep.
Dire's middle tower.
Yeah, he's not going to have any way out of this one. They'll try and give it to a taker, and he'll be able to take it. So,
nice.
Another kill for the bottom lane.
And the TB, look at his net worth. He's dominating now over that Underlord, 600 ahead from the rotations from the support and mid. So nicely done so far after, like we said, a bit of a greedy position they put themselves in. Even the Enigma gonna hit 6 soon. And Ari, after taking mid for a little bit, or taking the Tome, he'll be 6 as well. So their ults will be online, and that's when they can make the really aggressive early moves.
Yeah, they'll probably want to do something about Pleb soon. On that top lane. Look towards the Bloodseeker.
They've got good burst. And he's fairly squishy. Of course, as we mentioned, he's gonna go for the Maelstrom build, but 1000 HP with the raindrop. Pretty easy to set up on if the Puck and the Pango ult is. Oh, Shibe, he shows his face again.
Oh, he's going to try for the TP out. He'll be fine. See if he maybe looks to get out to another lane. Might be able to make a move now. So he has to reset anyway.
And I like that he did take the, he did take the assess. Like, there's a lot of people that skip it just stats, but this is a mid sniper. It's a bit different. And there is definitely some burstable heroes. Even just the mini stun is very useful versus Enigma, versus Pango. Extra cancels can be pretty crucial. Oh, MT getting some nice farm.
Only 2-3 at the moment, but a little bit of a lead as we can see for DGG.
And Lodin, he's got one of the better spells he can steal this game.
Yeah.
I mean, any of the nukes he gets is so good if he wants to go set up for ganks, either onto the Puck or the Terrorblade. Double nukes early on a Rubik is pretty devastating. That's another move, so yeah, getting active. Ults are ready, coils ready, kisses are up. Time to try to punish Pleb. Let's see if Jibbe maybe even baits him forward, because Rupture's back up.
I deny you.
They should be able to get him here.
Here's the setup. And yeah, with these 2 ults coming in, there's very little that can be done. MNT will come in with the Solar Guardian.
Oh, the rotation.
In fact, they're going to be able to take down both in return. They may have lost the carry, but the 2 supports there for DGG teaming up and being able to set themselves up for a double kill.
Lodin tries to steal another nuke to even potentially go for the triple, but ends up getting phase shift. But great. I mean, kind of a bait from both sides, it looked like a little bit, but yeah, nice play coming out from the 2 supports. So much damage, right? Like we said, these 2 supports, they really do dish out a crazy amount.
Yeah, there's not quite enough heal for that Solar Guardian to keep Pleb alive.
But perfectly connects. Double stun as well to follow.
Indeed, I'm sure MNT won't be too upset that his carry died. More gold, more XP for him.
Nope, and he gets Arcane Boots and then uses them on the Rubik as well. And Lodin, he does steal Scatter Blast again, which is now max Scatter Blast.
Now back down bottom. They did have Onmi going down against a 3rd kill now for Otaker on his TB.
Onmi's playing a bit too aggressive, it feels like, but he just wants to shove the lane in, it seems, just so like he always puts pressure onto that safe lane. But yeah, gotten punished a few times.
And I want to go back top again here, Ari.
And look who follows him immediately. Onmi's like, hello, you're not hitting towers. And Otaka, he does have to be careful. As you said, Rubik has the double nuke. Scatter Blast, one of the more threatening ones. So yeah, he leaves top lane immediately. He's like, all right, I go jungle. And he's top net worth though. So as we said, lane's greedy and all that, but he had a good time. The most important thing for them as well.
And how much of a problem will the Terrorblade be this game? I mean, does sort of DGG's cores carries deal with the Terrorblade well?
I think including the supports who deal a pretty insane amount of magical damage, it does feel like they will be able to, because they can itemize, right? The Maelstroms, the Mjolnirs, its natural build-ups, even on Sniper or Bloodseeker. And yeah, just double nuke on Rubik, the nukes from Dawnbreaker, those illusions are going to be addressed in most situations. Mid again, the coil's stolen.
I mean, Supreme's just dead. Kisses, there won't be enough damage to take down MTD with that heal coming in from MNT. But yeah, Supreme went in and And they took him out.
And he gave Coil. I mean, it was used immediately, but he's gonna, like, Lodian can hang on to it now and use it again to set up a gank, even with Solar Guardian. Now you kind of have the puck plus the Dawnbreaker combo that we've seen popularized a lot recently too.
An unfortunate move there. I guess, you know, just expecting that more damage would be done from the kisses, but it wasn't enough.
He went very early too. Like, look at minimap. Xibe wasn't even close just yet, and he immediately gets lifted and thrown away before he can get any Rolling Thunder or anything to follow up. And MTD goes to jungle, Mask of Madness, he's back to full HP. They do leave the rune though, Supreme. I think he's been getting a bit lucky, just been getting handed these runes. And indeed, rune could easily set them up for any kill.
Again, this pressure onto top tier 1. Looks like DGG won't turn up for this.
How long on their Coil? Coil's in 15, okay, yeah, they'll probably let it drop. And they're letting Onmi kind of catch up a little bit after those deaths.
Yeah, you like this from him, rushing the Atos, so he's got a bit more control against that puck. I guess on the Pango, right? The Atos is quite nice here.
I mean, it's the build up, right? I think everyone's been doing this build now on Underlord. It's just treads, Atos, and then usually like a BKB to follow on all these Underlords.
And they're gonna go for MNT. I'll throw a Rolling Thunder in for that one.
Okay, I think they didn't expect how much damage the puck would do. A bit of a Rolling Thunder to be wasted, but a good kill nonetheless.
Same time bottom lane. Did end up losing the Enigma, and that would mean the DGG could get the trade down here. They'll take the tier 1.
And Supreme, I like this. Just using the DD, trying to maximize any tower damage possible.
Precious bounty.
Their 5-position Enigma is soon going to be surpassing Xibe. I think it's kind of appropriate though, but they both do have these tough games since they are playing into the Underlord, these Roots, the Rubik who can steal everything too. They do have to always just be cautious of how they do use these ults and cover them properly, especially with Shield Crash in that front. Kentaro, he still goes for the Vlads as well too. I mean, this is the build every game, but sometimes you do see the Blink Rush when you're playing versus something like Rubik. Yeah, this is just the 5-position Enigma play.
Looking around the mid. Yeah, Supreme's got to be careful. Has got the Coil if he wants to go for a kill opportunity.
Lodian, another use of the Coil.
Stolen Coil. Try and get the break there with the telekinesis, but it won't quite reach far enough to catch out Supreme. They'll continue to chase though.
Web's deep.
He's going to be able to drop the rupture and off the side. Lodian just takes him out.
Lodian is killing it this game.
I mean, you said he'd have a fun one on the Rubik.
Oh, yeah.
And it's certainly looking to be true here.
He almost solo... I mean, he pretty much solo killed the puck
He
there.
did. He ran him down and finished it.
Got a nuke, secondary nuke from Scatterblast, then chased forward and got it too. Yeah, he's having... he's level 10 on this Rubik.
207, yeah. He's having a great KDA.
Yeah.
Yeah, every single kill. He's been a part of it.
Like I said, Scatterblast, one of the best spells he can steal, and he's just consistently able to grab it up. But on the flip side, you know, TB, he's still the one all the way up there, but this TB, he is addressed.
Yes, it's not
in this draft. It's not just
a game
free
where a big
TB
old,
game.
You know, Terrorblade's just going to be able to carry it.
He'll have to adapt a bit with his itemization. I feel like too. Like when you're playing versus Sniper, sometimes you do see like the blink coming out from these TBs also to get on top of him. I think he'll probably have to do that. Rubik now. Shard is picked up. So more potential, more threat that comes out when he does have stolen Scatterblast. Has that built-in stun, also can save teammates in situations. He's just so farmed. Super luxury for a 5-position Rubik to have anything like this.
Middle tower is under attack.
Highest damage, as expected. Just keep it unloading. You know what? I mean, he's having a blast.
He's been in every kill.
Yep.
So we're going to see all the action with him. Now that Shard Scatterblast is definitely going to be annoying.
I don't think they'll expect it either. I mean, even though he's involved in everything, like he is just so farmed. And they're going to smoke with it. I like how active they're playing. Lodian, he will break.
What? They're going to be going for him with the Thunder and the Kiss.
Oh my, get him out of here, get him.
Rubik dead. I mean, he's having a good game. He's having a good game, so they don't want to mess around when it comes to taking him down.
It's a big commitment, to be honest, though, but necessary. And they do get an Urn Charge. Xibe does have that finished up. Also getting pretty close to the Blink Dagger. That'll make his game a lot easier to not just get ruptured at the start of every single fight. He can actually jump in and initiate. Also finds Brigand's Blade, one of the best items it feels he can get on Pango. Taking it away from his carry Terrorblade. Yeah, they are getting a bit away with the greed as well, too. Enigma, as we said, he's kind of transitioning into a core. Finds himself a Philly Stone. Does feel like soon, though, DGG will accelerate that pace. They're getting close to this. I mean, they're getting the triple BKB timing to be able to deal with all these ultimates. But it does feel like they have to utilize those well. They have to kind of ramp up the pressure a little bit more since In the Breach is just farming. He's playing the farm game. On me again.
Is it enough? Here for the Terrorblade.
Not enough healing.
Another kill here for Otaka. Amidst all the chaos, he's still having a clean game. 4-0-0.
They're picking on this Underlord. And we see MNT, he also finds himself a Philly Stone. And instead of going for the Holy Locket that I think we saw the other day when we saw the 5... well, he's kind of like a 5 position because Lodine's having such a good game. He's actually going Axe, which is an excellent game for it, of course. Versus the TB. Now TB will have to probably itemize to deal with that evasion, perhaps in some situations.
Yeah, he needs a lot of items.
Yeah, he does. Ways to close the gap, ways to also deal with all of that, so... But
fine loading again here.
Quickly evaporated. Their meta is ending, but thinking maybe they pose a threat to Roshan.
I think he's got his Scardy, and of course they've got the Pango.
Yeah.
Here in the river.
Another one.
The catch. He does have BKB. He's going to be able to get it off Pleb.
He just got
they
it.
have the black hole. They'll throw down a third ult to make sure the Pleb does not get away.
What a great game for high skill players.
And to the Breach. I mean, after tough lanes, those ults, everything is coming into play. TB's farming. It's looking good for them now. DGG, like we said, almost having the triple BKB timing. It feels like they're gonna have to force something because this TB is just getting everything in the world. 4-0-0. Not much pressure on him at all. Level 16 already.
Yeah, he's got the sort of lead that he needs in this type of game to be able to carry. Already 2k ahead of MTD and 3k ahead of Pleb.
And he's tanky as well too, right? We said the Manta, the Scotty, also the Pupil's Gift.
Yeah. See what they want to do here. Scotty done
So
on
fast.
Undertaker.
Shibe being incredibly active.
I think I'm chasing MNT and MT's got backup. Look at this, they're coming in, turn around. And they'll be able to get the Pango for sure. No chance of escape.
They want more. They know the ults are still on cooldown.
Can they get the catch? They've got the telekinesis. They have got that rupture. Taker, he needs backup. He's going to be able to sunder himself back to full HP. The DGG will continue to try and hold back into the breach. And there you go. The damage from MTD comes in to take him down. But the Dream Coils, Core Own Me and MTD, the kisses, will finish the kill off onto the Underlord. And MTD, these illusions are going to be killing him. In fact, they will. Otaker's able to take him out with the metamorphosized illusions. They're going to be able to get in and take out Pleb as well.
And that's Roche now. And a TB with a free Aegis now given to him. Level 19, getting the cleanup kills on all 3 cores. Oh boy.
It's, yeah, as I said, he's getting that lead he needs to. Otake, with this sort of gold, he's likely going to be able to buy all the items that he needs to be able to deal with this sort of game where, conceptually his hero is kind of countered.
MTD held his BKB just way too long. He ate, 3 kisses there, then he just gets hit by pretty much everything, and then TB pops the meta for his illusion to finish it off. Disaster for DGG.
Yeah, it's going to be a huge problem. He's got Aegis as well now. Otaka halfway to BKB after the Scardy.
And this was all, that was 2 BKB timing. And they lose the fight very convincingly, even with those, since MTD didn't pop it to the end, of course. But yeah, now they have a massive TB problem. And all the ults, they didn't really have to use that many up top. They used the kisses. The meta we can count kind of as an ultimate, but Black Hole's going to be back up soon. Rolling Thunder's ready. Dream Coil, they've got all the tools now to be able to continue pressuring, making the space for Attacker until he feels ready to come in with the Metamorphosis. And the game plan's working. Even though that early game was a bit tough, they've started to hit their stride. MNT, he's about to have Ags, so we'll see if maybe that's able to turn the tides back towards DGG's favor, but it is looking a bit difficult versus this Terrorblade now.
Trying to go on to Supreme, but
can't do it alone.
TP, I'll always do it. He's away from Pleb.
Tried to get the port down with Own Me.
There we go. There, yeah, there's the Ags on MNT. So maybe a chance to save these cores when they are getting focused down by Otaker's Terrorblade.
But they've spent so much time just kind of sitting back farming after the advantage they have that, yeah, like everyone on Into the Breach is just, they're farmed up as well. They've got all the tools they need already. And all the ults are ready. So, yeah, very keen to fight now Into the Breach. And it is going to start looking like maybe Lodin is the one who's going to have to do some heavy carrying from that Rubik, who's going to have to get some big spell steals.
Some big ults. There we go with the smoke into the breach.
Very ready to fight.
Who can they catch? Pleb or MTD would be the top targets here.
Just follow the TB. His BKB is also going to be done, so you know the damage that will be coming out, especially from like Underlord, he'll be protected versus level 20 as well.
Oh,
they see MTD. Oh,
he is very dead.
Okay.
BKB and the Axe Stormbreaker coming in. Get him out of there.
Okay.
It's going to be enough to save him.
But MNT?
He won't get out.
No.
But absolutely coming in clutch there to make sure that his sniper did not get taken down.
Got kind of lucky, I feel like. Otaker was a little... I mean, he was a little bit lagged behind them when they made the initiation, because if he was closer, he can get the med off and get those hits off onto Sniper, but... Oh, and he goes greedy. Okay. So instead of going for the BKB, he's going to go Butterfly. He's like, they don't have any True Strike. Sure, they have like the Maelstrom, but a ways away from MKB.
MTD is building MKB, though.
He does see it coming. Okay.
He was. How close was he? He's already at the Demon Edge, right?
It's actually pretty close.
Yeah. So they will at least have that going for them, which is kind of nice. I mean, if anything, might have made him reconsider Butterfly. Because the Butterfly's still going to be great for the damage, the obviously other benefits, and the fact that Pleb won't have an MKB anytime soon.
No. Yeah. Sure, he's got Maelstrom, but yeah, it's going to be a lot easier for Otaker to kind of just stand his ground and be that turret in the fights.
Yeah. I mean, it always feels nice, being able to get Butterfly, then being forced to buy the BKB.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the better damage items that you can still get on these edgy carries, especially TB. Your illusions. Then your illusions also just nobody can kill your illusions except for the cores as well.
Yes. Yeah. All right,
free
to throw down at the towers.
Yeah. Like, look, he's just taking the tower with 4 images. Top T2 just dying. Easy tower.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Yeah, and of course, if you're getting away, we go for the Butterfly. Yeah, you still don't want to get that BKB, get that Satanic.
Yeah, keep going greed. Yep. Hold it off as long as you can.
He is that far ahead.
Yep. And now more blinks, right? Blink on Puck, blink on Pang, blink on Snapfire, blink on Enigma. 4 different gap closers now versus the Sniper. On the side of Into the Breach. Yeah, they look very comfortable with this type of play. DGG, they're feeling the pressure. Pleb kind of just sitting in the trees now trying to find any farm. Trying to cut the wave. A bit early on the blood right. Missed the entire creep wave. He shows himself. They have blinks. Blink on Enigma.
Oh, it's risky. He might have to BKB CP.
Can he? Oh, it's so close!
It's a nice try. It's a nice try. He knew he had to if he was going to have a chance of catching him, but yeah, just not quite clipping him.
You know, I give some respect to that. You know, you just
you just got to go for it.
I like it.
You just got to go for it sometimes.
They have so many ults, whatever. They know how much they're in the lead to with this free farming TB.
Yeah, I mean, if he didn't do it, he would have had a 0% chance of stopping him.
Absolutely.
So, you know.
And as we mentioned, you know, the TB illusions, even the cores have trouble killing them. Lodin, he's going to die to an illusion.
Oh, that's always grim. That feels grim.
No.
Dying to a solo illusion. And now, they're in with the combo, and of course his BKB's on cooldown. He's going to try and run down to the edge of the heels of the Solar Guardian, and he will actually be able to survive through this play. They take down Ari in return.
Tucker.
He's out, and he's fine. And he just changed. He is still going to get that BKB, actually, rather than the Satanic. I mean, honestly, with the BKB, probably feels that, you know, that's at the stage where they can then start threatening the high ground and look to take the barracks. Because he's going to be so hard to touch with the BKB and the Butterfly.
It's just a safer route. Yeah. I wouldn't have even. I still wouldn't have minded this attempt.
You think he can still get away with it?
Yeah, I mean he's so strong, but he's
that far ahead.
So, yeah. He is really that far ahead. They can't get on top of him. Oh, nice pickup also. Even more evasion. But MTD, he does have... Oh my god. MTD has MKB. Oh god, this name. MTD with the MKB.
With MNT on his team for DGG.
On DGG versus ITB.
Versus ITB. Have we got any more? Any more acronyms in here? Here we go. So BKB online. Let's see how much they want to try and push this.
Holy Locket's now done also for MNT. Oh god, these names. MNT, Ari. Oh god, okay. Might actually just be able to get this kill here.
I think he's got him.
With an illusion, giving a little bit of assist too. Nope, mostly a solo kill. DD Quiver.
Oh, they're trying to get out for the catch. They won't be able to find an opening onto Supreme.
Now their only real catch is the Rubik. Lodin, who, as we saw, if he steps up, he might just die to another illusion. It's starting to look like smooth sailing for Into the Breach these next few moments, having full map control, continuing to get all these power runes on Supreme too. And yeah, the lane's just constantly being shoved in too. Look, like mid, they just blast it out with the snap. Puck pushes up bottom, illusions pushing top. So you can just tell the pressure that DGG's feeling. Seems it's gonna have to be just some high ground defense for some time, try to wait till some mistakes come up, but that just means you're gonna get out-farmed on the map. And the Roche control will be difficult. I mean, them fighting around Roche is so hard anyway into all these big team fight ults.
How long we got? We'll see in a second, Roche.
See how quick the spawn is.
Oh,
pretty
that's
fast.
A nice one for ITB. They'll be able to get themselves in there pretty quickly. I mean, DGG, they know that they can't let Into the Breach have the opportunity for this next Roche. They've got to look to try and take a fight, have a chance of getting Roche down themselves.
But how do they even do it? Like, look at the lanes. The lanes are just shoved in. Eidolon's now pushing bottom as well. Puck has an arcane rune. So next fight, I mean, Supreme is going to be pretty much impossible to kill.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
How close to Satanic as well, too? I think he's getting pretty close. Yep, getting close to that 5th slot after finishing the BKB already. Sniper's going, MTD's feeling like he needs a Blink Dagger, too, just to get away from all these blinks that he's playing against.
Roshan's up.
Yeah, they just walk into it.
They really can. I don't think they even need to look for a fight before they go for it Into the Breach. They're
going to go for it anyway.
They can take it down.
They got the arcane puck. Web.
He's the one to sort of front line, scouting out this area. Does mean he's going to get jumped.
He did not BKB.
He was not ready for Jibbe to blinking on top of him. As with the blink rolling thunder,
and the
Jibbe
coil
catches him by surprise. They're ready to try to go for more. MTD is trying to shoot them from the sidelines. See MNT going in, looking to finish on Kadaro. He's going to get it taken out. And now Pleb with his BKB has to run. He can't stand ground against this Terrorblade at this point. And Jibbe, he'll get in. He will die, but he's stepping up onto MTD. They'll drop the black hole here to make sure MTD can't get out. As Into the Breach, they're crushing them.
Yep, and now onto the high ground. Supreme diving forward. Attacker still has some of his Metamorphosis and the Satanic being delivered.
And I mean, MTD doesn't have buyback as well. He's out for 75.
He just bought the Blink Dagger on the Sniper. And now they can just back up. DD outside of the Roche pit. Can easily go for this commit. It took all 5 ultimates, but a nice big hit there from Into the Breach.
Absolutely, yeah. They may have looked a little shaky in sort of the first, 10 minutes? A bit of the laning stage, but since that, Into the Breach looking very much a step ahead of DGG.
Yeah.
DGG's just not really been able to get much accomplished at all in this big game.
And the thing is, like, they kind of had to expect it, as we said, right? It was a bit of a greedy draft they set themselves up with. The 5 Enigma, the TV that can get pressured, a lot of counter picks, as we said, from DGG, but yeah, Into the Breach. They withstanded that pressure of the early game, sat back, farmed, and
they really did, yeah.
At this point now,
and taking the level 25 TB.
He's a monster.
Closing in on 6 slot. Just no one's anywhere even near farm.
No.
As farmed as he is. 10k ahead of the closest court.
And it's the dream when you're able to do this as well, too. You have your Elven Tunic, and you have your Shard, so you can just keep your treads in your backpack for now and just keep spamming it to keep your farm going. Because you're very speedy.
See what DGG's next move's going to be against this.
It doesn't feel like they can really make too many moves. I really feel like it's just high ground defense, hope for some mess ups, but even then, like we said, you're gonna get out farmed and you're playing versus all these big ultimates that it does feel like, yeah, Lodin, you gotta get a black hole. You gotta try to get some like 3-man black hole or something. This Puck now also 25, so the BKB's pleb, he can't even run away anymore.
No, and if you're caught in that, you know, the next thing you know, Terrorblade's on top of you with his army of illusions and you just get destroyed. That much damage Otaker's doing.
Well, look, an Arcane bottom too, so Supreme, another one that he can probably grab up. 22,000 gold lead now. And they're still just playing it smart, right? Keeping all the lanes pushed in, sending illusions, eidolons, etc., until they feel ready to push with that meta. How many power runes has Supreme gotten this game, right? I feel like he's gotten like every single one almost.
I think, yeah. They've done a great job of controlling the runes. Or, you know, I guess the same on DGG, they just haven't been that focused in securing them at all for themselves.
15 runes activated, look at that. Of course, some are bounties, but yeah, that's a majority of those is still power runes for sure.
Just stuck inside the base, DGG. They really don't want to come out towards into the breach, especially whilst it's Aegis. There for 3 minutes on Otaker still.
They can't even get vision out. Like, they literally see nothing. They have the ward bottom that gives them very slight information, but besides that, yeah, they've got lanes just pushing in, darkness on the map, stuck in the base, awaiting for a hopeful mistake for them. Pleb has Abyssal, so small little item gains, but yeah, it just continues to be like he's just never going to be able to stand toe-to-toe versus a Terrorblade. Here we go. Push is ready. Seems like they've hit their stride, they've hit their timing.
Oh, they're trying to slow him down. As the range rack's gone.
Does take a significant hit, but he's got the Sunder and the Satanic as well, too. Still have a lot of time on the meta too, as we saw. You know, he did take the talent, so.
I don't think the breach is going to feel under any pressure.
No.
They can take their time, get their next few items done. Lincoln Sphere's nearly there for Gibbet.
I think he has it done.
There's something else to just throw up onto Otaker whilst he pushes the high ground.
Yeah, I think they had a fake grenade, but either way, I mean, they can't walk up to the TB. They'll just die before being able to do it. So 1 minute left on the Aegis. He will be 6 slotted very soon. He'll have the Swift Blink if he chooses to go for it. And then that's the one that he can just jump into the sniper. And your sniper high ground and Underlord high ground defense just becomes absolutely nothing. Just the illusions themselves, look at this.
And they're taking it safe.
Supreme pushing bottom. We'll have Octarine done in a moment as well.
You're still very much respecting the damage that MTD can do from the high ground when he's in good position.
Yeah, if they're giving you the space to just farm, like this, you can still get the chip damage, right? Look at the TB illusions top. You know, sniper kills them, but not too fast.
Oh, nice one there. They find themselves to time this relic.
Oh. Supreme is very happy.
Oh, there we go as well. The leveler could be nice as well. If Otaker wants to switch that in for some push.
The dream items really for them. Yeah, he can keep both in. Just keep swapping them depending on the scenario. I like when I see players doing that. You know, holding like quickening charms just when you use these like longer duration cooldowns, like Metamorphosis or like a Night Stalker ultimate.
It's a lot of damage on MTD's got it. Daedalus. MKB, as long as he can sit in a safe spot and
he's
click away.
Near 25 too, so a little bit more range if he wants to go for it. But yeah,
I'm sure he will,
trapped. Yeah, I'd imagine so. But they're getting trapped in the base, so it's just the constant farm, and you're playing versus Enigma, you're playing versus TB, who's getting all this, and still has a lot of space to grow, even if after he gets Swift Blink and get the Aghanims and the Refresher and stuff like that, so it doesn't get easier. 10-0-3, and a perfect game here for the Terrorblade. Yeah, they're chilling. Look at this. They're just like, okay.
Might
DGG, they're trying to set up a trap.
Might just end up waiting out for the next Roshan.
Let's see if they can get it. They have the pistol.
They got the setup.
Is it enough? It will be.
All right, well, definitely putting the push on hold for another 100 seconds. Taking out Supreme like that. That's a lot of money. A lot of money here for MNT in particular. Getting a nice little bit of a cash bonus.
They did have to use like their only amount of team fight though, right? The Solar Guardian pretty much is their only way to take those type of fights outside.
I mean, will Into the Breach try and do something with just 4 of them? Even though they do have such a lead.
If they want, I mean, if they're given the opportunity,
they definitely
can fight.
could.
Yeah.
I feel with the way they're playing, they might just hold off.
They can just sit on high ground. They don't have to like force an issue or anything like that. They can just wait till the puck respawns. But yeah, if they do walk into them, they'll definitely take the fight on Into the Breach. They do not need the puck at this point. And the Illusions, they continue to just chip top.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Starting that up. They have to call for the sniper every time. MNT's like, I can't handle this. The fight.
They're going in for this. Pleb. He's going to be able to take out Jibek.
Okay, they just left him.
They didn't want to have a part of it. They didn't want to take that fight.
2 gems now on Pleb.
I mean, these are some, very nice kills for a team that's was sort of, 24K behind. Some nice little moves here from DGG.
Yeah, now they can actually get some vision out. They can get these lanes pushed out a little bit too, so potentially for the next fight, if they can maybe catch something else, could be a small window of opportunity.
Now, maybe getting a little too relaxed here Into the Breach. DGG, they sort of played the patience game as well, but found a chance to strike back a bit.
Lodin, farewell.
Actually, that's what MNT, I feel like we don't normally see this sort of bit. I guess I'll just sort of support this farm, but the Ag to refresh you.
Okay.
I mean, it's a decently long cooldown right on the ult, so nice to have a second sort of set that. I mean, the Axe brings it down, doesn't it?
It does. Well, yeah.
It's still 90.
The talent as well, too, yeah.
That's true, yeah. But, yeah, looking for the refresher. Here we go. Into the Breach. They want to try and get something done. They know, they've got such a lead.
They've got all 5 up now as well, too. And Swift Blink is ready, so
yeah.
Photography sees the sniper, he can just get right on top of him. MTD. Trickster Cloak. He commits his gold to Moon Shards purchased. MTD is all in on the damage.
Oh, damn. Okay. What did he get rid of? The treads? No.
Dragon Lance, I think he had, right? Or did he get rid of that earlier? I can't remember.
I think it might be, yeah. Let's slot for that. He's got the 25 talent, yeah.
Yep.
So he's able to trade out the attack range for the talent.
Continues to be the game of just sitting in the base, though, waiting to find a type of catch Into the Breach. Just so much farm. Next Roche, 50 seconds. That's going to be the one they wait for to go for the push.
No, absolutely.
And I mean, anything they get to the refresher or the Aghanims will be pretty game-changing. If Otakar is able to just get a free Aghanims. Maybe he doesn't even need it, because he's so rich, he's just going to be able to buy his own, but...
And if you're DGG, are you taking the risks to try and get out and go for the Roche fight, or you just concede it to them and just play for the high ground again?
I think it's way too hard to fight in that area.
They're going to try.
It's kind of suicide, but let's see if they can find it. If they can get a pick off first,
sure, if they
then
catch
it looks
them by
better.
surprise, find Into the Breach a little split up, then it can work out.
Into the Breach should not be split up, though. They should be playing kind of as this cluster, this unit. Kadaro has the Aeon Disc, too. It blinks right into him.
It's going to be the Aeon Disc procs immediately. Atos. So they can commit in for this one. I mean, Only stepped up, but we see the jump over to the back lines. They're trying to get in. He's been disarmed for most of his BKB. Otaka. They got him with the disarm. The Abyssal Blade as well. They've dealt with it perfectly. The Black Hawk is there, but he gets stolen here by Lodin off to the side. He's turned it around. He's got 3 of them instead. As Lodin absolutely making sure that there's not a chance for Into the Breach to come out on top of this fight unless they want to commit buybacks. They'll try with a buyback here from one. One of them, Ari, but this fight, DGG, they'll be more than happy with this.
Now they gotta run.
If they can get this one out, I mean, Pleb's out of there. Supreme, he does get a big cleanup, but for a team that's 20k behind,
it was a good
taking
showing.
Out 4 heroes, I mean, it's a 4-for-4 trade. DGG, they'll be okay with this. They have buybacks, so they should be able to hold. Make sure they don't lose any further bits of the base.
Oh, our fight recap actually doesn't show it too, but the Arcane Rune Octarine puck, by the way, 6 of each of his spells. You know,
Oh, man.
six silences.
Yeah, I mean, he was cleaning up Supreme.
Yeah.
We'll see it again here. I mean, a great steal.
It was quick.
Just at the start, getting him with that disarm before the BKB, you know, Otake had so many seconds of this fight where he couldn't do anything.
Into the base.
Oh, they're diving. They're going pretty deep here.
Stolen coil.
I mean, Supreme's dead.
Okay, I mean, that's insane, the comeback.
Yeah, I mean, they dive in. They do get the kill on Lodine. You know, that was a dieback for him, but
But he stole the coil. He got the leash onto the puck, so Supreme was trapped.
And that's at this stage of the game, these sort of deaths give up a lot to the enemy. So your Pleb now up to 26. He's pretty much, he's got the money for the MKB.
And the shard as well.
I mean, Supreme's buying back.
And the thing is, Frosh is up too. But Terrorblade is also going to be alive now. He did not use the buyback. He was patient.
Supreme, he was jumping in. Pleb has got like BKB, a couple of ruptures, and an Abyssal Blade, so you can't get too close to this man. I mean, but without a doubt, it definitely feels, you know, that for the lead that Into the Breach had, and DGG, they're taking away bits of it. And these fights looking very convincing. And as I said, I mean, Otake has just got to be super prepared. I mean, how many halberds do they have? They've got
just the one right now.
What's MNT got coming out in the career? Is that the second one done? Oh no, he's
got the refresher. Yeah,
over the halberd. Okay. But yeah, really that last fight owned me.
It was perfect timing.
That disarm just completely ruined Otake.
And not just a disarm, it's a disarm with a timeless relic. That's why you saw it last so much longer.
That was absolutely.
I was wondering. I thought it was back to back. Yeah. I was clicking on the sniper too. I'm like, did he concussive grenade or something? He's not BKB'd or.
So what's the numbers on that? We're 5 seconds on a ranged, and then
like
you're adding
7.
what 20%. So what's 20% of 5? That is 1. So 6-second disarm on a TB. That sounds pretty nasty. And when you're sort of just taking out that amount of gold from the fight, it's insane. And how long's the BKB? So yeah, one more charge of the BKB and it'll be down to a 6-second BKB. So you get that in, he pots BKB, he's going to be disarmed for pretty much the entirety of his BKB.
And they'll have another one pretty soon, right? MNT with a refresher, he'll be able to halberd into halberd. Oh, could potentially, if they get it off pre that BKB, could be massive.
I mean, that's the thing, of course, yeah. They've got to make sure they get it off before that BKB, which they did do last time round.
And it was a fight also where Kadaro blinked in, getting initiated on first as the Enigma.
I mean, and it was a good black hole from Kadaro.
It was.
But just obviously unfortunate there is a Rubik in the game, and Lodine, you know, he's ready to look for those steals. He got a really nice steal and turned it around. I think he sort of set it down onto 3 of them. I think right towards the end, Supreme actually got caught as well. So a really big black hole steal there from Lodine.
Level 25 on the Underlord now too. Yeah, they're giving him more respect now.
Yep.
DD on the Terrorblade, but still has to be fearful.
Now that lead that they have, I think Into the Breach is going to feel a little bit shaken up after the last few fights.
Like MNT, the healing he's able to do, right? Like we didn't even mention the Paladin sword as well, on top of everything. He is healing an unbelievable amount if he does get the ultimate on top of it. He has 2 of them. About to hit 25 also, so if he gets Shard, he'll have double Starbreaker. He'll have quad Starbreaker with a double Solar Guardian as well too, so he can actually do some crazy amount of control in this fight, in these fights if he does get it.
Fun. I mean, is he going to take the Starbreak charges though as a support? Or would he go for the hammer? Because we saw
I guess maybe he might use the hammer. You might be right.
I think we saw support go for the hammer the other day actually. Very low pick rate, but something that has been considered by some of the support Dawns we've seen.
He also doesn't have Shard yet at this point either. He's kind of playing more as a healer, so sure. And I do think the Starbreaker talent is pretty broken, though, to be totally honest with you.
Sure. Well, even if you don't have any sort of damage or anything, it's just...
It unlocks a whole new potential of the hero. Because you can chain the sequence of stuns back to back.
Yeah, and you're likely going to be getting more of the luminosity procs off, right? So you're going to get more heals coming out.
Roche, though, is this time going to get brought down.
Yeah, they'll get it.
Shard.
Nah, looks like they will get it. They're not going to be able to jump this in time, DGG, so I take it. He's got the Aegis. Who's taking the rest of it all? Well, we've got Refresher Shard. Would be nice for him to hold on to and DJ for a second round of the BKB.
Yeah.
Especially if he's getting disarmed before the BKB. He's going to need that extended duration to have some sort of chance of a fight.
I think I'd like him to... He might be able to keep all of it.
It is a lot of buttons.
It is a lot of buttons.
To press. You know, he's got an Aegis, Refresher Shard, and a cheese. He wants to use them all. But it's definitely going to mean he's have to be on top of his game in these team fights. A lot of things to switch around.
He also can keep it just for now, also in case something does happen and they get a fight. And now, right now, he needs the meta, so he could just switch it in and use it. But
yeah, that's the most likely situation. Yeah, if they want to reset back off and get back in before the cooldowns.
And yeah, he's going to be able to eat his eggs very soon too.
Yep.
So fully 6 slotted except for the Moon Shard after that. And DGG, I mean, they're still trying to get aggressive
this
down here.
is, you know, DGG played well in the lanes. Then they had a pretty rough mid-game and things. They weren't really able to shut down the turbo or something. But now 20k behind, they're stepping it up. They're making moves, and they're showing that they're not afraid to the point where they have to just sit in the base. They're trying to get something done.
Yeah, Lodin, you know, he did have a bit of he had a great start, had a bit of a rougher mid-game, but he has Blink now, so further ways to even catch the puck, or, I mean, probably just to catch the puck in particular. But Supreme, he has Lincolns, so he's also very defended. Supreme kind of turning into a little bit of a carry himself. He's near level 30. TB is only 27, just to put that in like perspective, just after that last fight.
Yeah, I mean, he got a huge amount. In that last fight, right, he pretty much his whole team was dead, and he was cleaning up kill after kill, getting that ultra kill.
And playing the supports, playing the Rubik, even playing the Dawnbreaker versus this puck, he'll kill you. He'll solo kill both of you with the amount of damage and control he does right now.
Yeah, Timeless Relic and the inevitable Dagon, so it's going to be a huge amount of magical burst from his combo.
I love the overwhelming Blink build too. I know this is like the most common build, of course, on the pucks, but it's definitely the most satisfying item in Dota.
Yeah, just sort of getting in as well with that huge AoE slow. It can tease out things like, you know, a quick BKB in response. It's just going to be coming out sooner in the fight than DGG might want to use it on their cores.
Back to being trapped in the base for a bit. But they got the Philosopher's Stone on MNT. I mean, he's like, okay, yep, more gold. He's been holding it for some time, swapping between that and the Paladin Sword.
Well, Taker's got his full axe coming out. Okay. So indeed, now he really is, as you said, just that moonshot away from being pretty much done.
Yep.
I guess you could argue you could farm a refresher for his backpack.
Sure, yeah.
So that was sort of the full completion of the Terrorblades farm.
This Terror Wave could be pretty drastic also too, right? Like a coil into the Terror Wave, they can break it. So they have to be very careful how they do take the fight on DGG.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty nice as well if he doesn't get caught in like the black hole if Lodin steals it. You know, just being able to have that fear hitting him. Of course, you know, Rubik nowhere near to a BKB himself, so sort of guaranteed cancel of those ultimates.
Yeah, they really are playing it safe. Level 30 now for Puck, but still a bit afraid to just go into this high ground.
I mean, they were playing it safe before, and that did give sort of DGG the time to sort of come up with a way to get out, find some kills, and have a bit of a punchback themselves.
They are getting so much, but like Refresher almost coming for the Enigma also.
They're huge.
Ari is 25 with a Blink and a Daedalus on the 4-position Snapfire too, so it's like they do have like 4 or 5 cores in a way.
For the bit of a tier 4 dive that last time, you know, he was ready to go, Ari. He was like, yeah, I'm ready to get in with this little shredder and do some damage.
I still would be pretty shocked if DGG was able to somehow take this game, but so far putting up a very good fight.
I mean, can we have a look at the percentage? Yeah, I think this one's only going to be about like a 95. It's not even that. It's 83.
It dipped.
Yeah, given a decent amount of percent chance here for DGG, and honestly, I think that's the way they're dealing with things. Oh, this is not a bad initiation here. They're in with under the 2 of them. BKBs have to come out.
Look at the heals, though.
I mean, they're jumping in. They're ready to dive. See the refresher popped here by MNT. He's going to look to see if he can get his ult off again. As it is, the Pango's dealing with him.
Kadaro will get cookied to safety.
Quite the dive, but nobody dead on DGG for it.
Nobody died.
DGG will be able to survive that attempt from Into the Breach to get in on them.
And now look at Plebs running around at like 700 move speed also, so they have to reset. Quite a bit of ultis used too.
That's not a bad reaction there.
No.
They don't lose anything. And indeed, that was a pretty full-on effort there from Into the Breach.
They cannot do the damage. Oh, they're actually going for a wrap. Oh, look at this play. The Fiend's Gate.
The Fiend's Gate coming out of the bottom lane.
Okay. I mean, this is fancy. This is nice.
We'll get Kadar on his own. Yeah, they knew it would be a safe sort of attempt for a kill, as he was completely separate from the rest of the squad. I mean, yeah, as I say, this is some impressive stuff from DGG multiple times now. They're sort of 20 to 25k behind, and they're finding the opportunity to make these moves.
They kept 3 down here. They're getting a bit surrounded. They have ward vision.
Okay, can they fight with this? See Jipe jump in. He's able to get the roll-up off.
Coil on 2.
They might have been a bit too greedy sticking around for this. Can they bail them out? They can have a
Solar Garden again.
It's keeping them alive a little longer. Jibe is getting burst to the side. MNT's going to jump in with Pleb. They'll take out Jibe. I mean, Kadar is brought back. Pleb's going to see if he can try and chase some more. Taker will be able to turn, get himself back up to full HP with the Sunder Pleb. The BKB's up off to the side. Kadar, he'll catch them. with the ultimate, but now MTD, focused by the little shredder, Ari and his Daedalus takes down the sniper. They'll be able to take down Ownby as well. 3 dead on DGG, and Jibek is going to try and turn it for more. Can he get the bash? Bash.
He can.
There it is.
Oh, they got... I mean, I like that they go for this attempt, they go for this play, but the buybacks come in and they get quickly surrounded.
Yeah, Kadara and Jibek were very quick to get back over to that fight. They do have buybacks available on DGG. We'll see Supreme celebrating that last fight, pretty much picking up... He had the money, he's saving for buyback, of course, but yeah, a level 4 Dagon straight up.
He's really been on point this game. That double coil there as well, too. Yeah. Kinda, even though the Solo Guardian came in to save a lot of them, it caused such havoc in the fight that allowed the Terrorblade to stick on his targets. Use the Refresher Shard also to make sure that he can stick onto the sniper.
Let's have a look.
So he does have a second round of meta for the push.
I'm going to try this jump again. See what sort of buybacks they can force out. There's the buybacks coming out. They're committing onto Ownby, but he gets the BKB off.
He's disarmed on the TB again. Incredibly long disarm. And they'll have to give respect to the quad buyback.
He's got so much money out. He can buy his Moonshard now. Buyback, right?
Which one? I think he'll buy the Refresher probably before the Moonshard, I'd imagine, though. Since he used the Refresher Shard from before, he probably wants to have the second round, but we'll see which one it is.
Yeah, he's still 500 short being able to get like Moonshard and buyback, so we'll probably see him build up his gold a little bit more, despite how much it does indeed seem as he has 8.6k gold sitting in the bank here.
He was going up for a play in the base onto MNT. He can actually one-shot one of these heroes and take them out of the fight, and they don't have buyback on anybody else.
They don't. That's all buybacks for DGG. Yep.
So he's going to look for the snipe plays
on
this
buybacks. So into the breach. Whilst DGG's definitely making into the breach work for it, they're now at a point where if they go for that sort of dive, get 1 kill, it's probably over.
Yeah. And the Rapier's definitely going to start getting queued up by the MTD.
He needs it, yeah.
He queues up the Rapier.
I mean, your whole team's not got buybacks.
Yep.
You have to go for the risky item. That's the only way you'll stand a chance now. Down 37,000 gold. Closing in on the 60 minutes. Look at the blink for Ownby. Could be nice. Some blink hex plays from the Underlord.
Okay.
Could be what it takes to make a bit of a comeback. And look at this. They have found Jibek.
Yeah, on disc, though. We'll be able to roll out, but he's ruptured.
Now just TP away instantly.
Stolen now, too. First time Lodine's been able to get his hands on it.
So DD rune as well, that's nice.
Oh, I gotta grab this away from them. Can't let TB have it.
Supreme.
Supreme.
He's not gonna want to chase into the jungle. Roshan is up in 2 seconds. So.
God, it is so scary to play the supports versus this.
He
stepped forward.
To out the Roche pit. They're gonna come in with the solo.
He's saving. Alive?
The evasion. It's actually gonna keep him alive. Another
no way.
The rolling thunder.
Okay, he goes down.
With a shield crash. As the Kadara with the black hole to the side does lock down Lodine, and this should be towards the end now as there's 3 dead,
and
no buyback, a pistol down onto MTD. They've got the kisses coming in as well, as there it is. GG, they've not got buybacks. Well, into the breach, they'll finally be able to take it 56 minutes in. Well played to them, but I think also well played to